Hi, everybody. So today we're going to talk about some security use cases and how a packet broker enhances your security visibility within your network. So Patrick has joined us today to kind of walk through this a little bit. So Patrick, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Hans. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about security use cases from a network packet broker. But in order to do that, let's look at a couple of the market trends and customer challenges that our customer base faces on a daily basis, and something that Hans and I actually talk quite a bit about to our customer base, and that is really around these 5 pillars that you see here. You know, application traffic growth is something that's really big right now because everybody's working from home, everybody's using their apps, so all of a sudden you need to be able to change, pace with all these different applications. We had customers that told us that all of a sudden Nest and Rachio IoT devices showed up on their customers on their actually business network. So how do you make sure you see all this information, and how do you see all the encrypted traffic? We do see an exponential growth of encrypted traffic, and that's going to even increase more and more over the next couple of years. So how do we look at that type of traffic and make sure that we, look at it and send it to the right tools to be able to actually, manipulate it or process it the right way? And then everybody that we talk to is talking about some kind of virtualization and cloud and edge computing, and how do they move their infrastructure to the cloud? What happens when you do that? You kind of lose that on-premises visibility infrastructure, so you need to be able to actually extend that security visibility and processing out to the cloud. And how do you actually do that? And then, of course, old-fashioned traditional network security, which is, we do see an increased threat landscape. We do see attacks all over the place, and all these things can lead to data leakage and theft and all kinds of exfiltration risks. But last and not least, we also see this type of security need in the IoT, OT type space, where security and performance is key, where we need to ensure that the tools get the right data, or potentially an infrastructure goes down, or even worse, a life gets lost. So we got to make sure that you have an absolute elimination of blind spots when it comes to these types of things. So as I was kind of alluding to this a bit, security is getting more and more complex. So I don't know about you, Hans, but I've been going to RSA for probably 15 years, and when I started, it was maybe 150 vendors to 200 vendors, and I do believe the last time I was, which was earlier this year, it was over 2,000 vendors. Now, a lot of our customers don't just have one or two of these tools. They may have up to 50 of these tools in their network. So how do we ensure that they are getting the traffic in the right format and in the right way? So that's where this scalable and flexible visibility infrastructure comes into place. And really, if you look from the left to the right, we are talking about how do we take the traffic that's traversing your network via taps or span ports and moving it into your tools. And that's where the network packet broker comes in. Your tools may not all be at the same speed. They may not understand all the traffic that you're sending to it, or they might get overwhelmed by too much traffic or duplicate traffic. So that's where a packet broker comes in. It can aggregate the data, it can filter the data, it can deduplicate the data that is coming 2, 3, 4 times over the network because of where you're tapping, and it then allows the network tools not to get overwhelmed. We actually have customers that save money because they don't have to buy a second or third firewall. They can use the packet broker to manipulate the data to only send what the tool actually needs to see. And that's really the key here. Make sure that the tool gets the right data at the right time in the right format. And then last but not least, It's about this visibility architecture. How do we become more proactive? How do we eliminate the visibility and the security blind spots on your network? And really what it comes down to is you have to have a multi-layer approach to that. You have on the left-hand side the intelligent visibility framework that allows you to out-of-band take the traffic and make sure that your network application and security tools get the right information that we were covering in the last slide. But also you need to have a security fabric in place for certain inline tools that allow you to run these tools inline at wire speed. And should you have to update or upgrade one of these tools, you're not taking down the entire network. And that's really where we have these fail-safe inline deployments. And the last part, the proactive monitoring, is again all about eliminating blind spots and becoming more proactive, if you think about it. How do I make sure I constantly test my network and my security infrastructure with a non-intrusive way to be proactive and eliminate those security blind spots? So I really appreciate you letting me go through this, Hans, today.
Wonderful information, Patrick. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Take care and have a great day.
Thank you.